What's up? How you doing? Hey guys, how you doing? It is Tiff coming at you, and today we have a story time for you. I asked you guys on my Twitter what you wanted, and you wanted a story time, so I thought, what the frick, okay, here we go. And then I asked you, what story time do you want? And you guys wanted the time I had a little stalker. It's gonna be great. Here we go. Alright, so this is around the time area of 2012, I want to say. And this was after I did my very first pageant in my hometown. That's where my pageant craze started. And anyways, just I throw that in there just to let you know the backstory. And anyways, I didn't win. You know, whatever. It's okay. It's all good. I built the bridge. I got over it. And it was around this time now up to the story. I was working as a waitress, and it was fun. I loved it. It was really, really cool. So one day, it was getting near, like, we closed the restaurant at around 3:30. I think it was, or 4, something like that. And so there's this one guy that showed up near when it was almost time to close. So it was my turn to wait on him. So I go up to him, hand him a menu, and say, "Hey, how are you? Da-da-da-da, waitress talk." And so I say, "Okay, what would you like to drink?" He just said, Mountain Dew. I'm like, "Okay, here I'll go get it, come on back." And then I was like, "Hey, okay, are you ready to order?" He said, "No, this is fine. Just a Mountain Dew." I'm like, "No." "Okay, whatever floats your goat." And so, then after that, he was like, "I think you should have won." Like, what, won what? The Ultimate Waitress Award? I know. Just kidding. I'm sorry, what? Won? I was like, "Yeah, won, that's pageant, I think you should have won." I'm like, "Thank you?" Because I'm like, I have no clue who this guy is. And he came to see a pageant. Let me set the sentence in my language for you guys. This guy was about, I want to say, either late 50s, mid 60s, in that area. Yeah. So it was creepy. I have no clue who this is. Haven't seen him in my gosh darn life. So I'm like, "Thank you." Moving on. I just grabbed the menu, go. And I was really creeped out by this because I'm like, I don't know who this is. What's going on? I didn't like that. And near the end of the day, we put away our baked goods. So those are like the pies and all that stuff. We also had caramel rolls. We saran wrapped those, put them away. So anyways, that's what I was working on. I was putting away some of the baked goods, and so I was working on putting away the caramel rolls. Now, set you also the scene. We had the TV going, and then I was to the, if you were looking at me, I was to the left. And so, as I noticed as I was wrapping them up, the caramel rolls, I had seen this customer, his head was positioned at the TV, but his eyes were positioned at me. It was creeping me out. I'm like, "Why are you staring at me? Why are you staring at me? Why? Just, you look at the TV, don't look at me. I'm really freaking creeped out at you." I didn't like it. It was so weird. So then, I give him the bill, and then it comes up to pay, and then all the random sudden, he was like, man, I'm kind of tired." Well, good for freaking you. What am I supposed to say to this? "Oh yeah, I'm tired too." Really? Are you freaking weird? Are you weird as schmuck? I think you are. I think so. So, nonetheless, I'm just like, okay. I just didn't really pay any mind to that. And then he goes, yeah, I really do think you should have won. I'm like, thank you. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. And then he goes, and after that, I was so creeped out. I'm like, oh my god, I really hope he doesn't come in again. I really hope I don't ever have to deal with him again. It scared the schmuckle out of me. So, going on about my married life. The next time I see him, I go, I went tanning. And so I parked my car, and then all of a sudden I'm like, Nosballs, is that him? I look, and it was him talking to another guy, and I'm like, oh my god, it is him, this guy that is stalking me in a sense. He wore like a leatherish hat and like a bikerish vest with like an American flag on the back of it. I remember it because it freaked me the frick out. And so I'm like, oh my god, help me, help. Okay, so I look and I'm like, oh shit, it's him. And then I think I snuck a picture at that point because I wanted to ask my dad. I'm like, do you know who this is? Because my dad literally knows everyone in town. He's freaking awesome. So I just snuck a picture. I was able to get that. And so then I get out of my car, I proceed to get out of my car, and I go about to walk in for my tanning appointment. So I'm like, okay, if he acknowledges me, don't acknowledge him, don't acknowledge him. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, the nice part of me, that's the first thing that reacts. I wave. I'm like, what's up? I shouldn't do that. So, I get out of my car, walk a little bit, he freaking notices me. I'm like, what the fudge? For one, why are you here at the same time that I am? I'm trying to take it as coincidental, but it's kind of freaking me the frick out. Okay, alright. So, he waves at me. I wave back. Why did I do that? I don't know. I told you, the nice part of me is just like, oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing? So, I'm like, great, now he knows where I drive, and all these other things that come to my mind. Knows where I drive, he's gonna follow me, then he's gonna track me down, then he's gonna hunt me down, and then he's gonna make me his property, and I'm like, no, freaking no, get away from me. I don't know half the crap I just said. Okay, so I get done with my appointment, then I go on my merry way. And then some time passes. There are times where I'm still freaked out by this guy, and I'm just like, what the frick? I'm scared. During this time where I'm not really ever seeing him, I had a moment where, just I never saw him. I'm like, thank you, God. And so, but there were times when there would be fellows that would come into the restaurant, and they would kind of dress similar to him, or, they'd have the biker vest on, and I had to take a double take a little bit because I'm like, oh my God, is that him? No, it's not him. Literally, I had many panic attacks like this because I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of just starting to feel not safe. I told my dad what's going on. I think he was aware of who this guy is. So he just said, give me a call if you see him again. I'm like, okay. So one day, after our Sunday buffet at work, I go home and bid goodbye to everyone, go out the back door. And when you go out the back door, it's pretty open. It's not just an alleyway. There was an alleyway to the right, and then there was just open space. There was a road and things like that. It was pretty open. So anyways, I go out the door, and just in perfect freaking timing, there he is on his little bicycle. It was like, not like a Harley, like vroom vroom. It was like a ting ting. Oh my God. Anyways, so I see him, I'm like, dang it. So I'm like running, I'm like shaking, trying to open the back door again. And I finally get it open, I'm like, oh my God. Because I think he see me at that point. And I'm like, oh frick, he definitely see me. I'm going in. I go back because I'm like, oh my God, I need to either wait or I need to tell you guys. Someone needs to come out there with me. I'm like, so I go into my co-workers, and they're like, oh my God, Tiff, are you okay? Because I could see I was definitely shook up. And I'm like, the guy, the guy's out there. And they knew what I was talking about. I told them about what was happening. So that was just great. So they knew what happened, One of them, he is so sweet. They were all so sweet. He came with me outside to walk me to my car. When we opened the back door, you guys, to go back outside to go to my car, right? The lovely stalker man was sitting there waiting for me, facing the door on his bike. So we walked right out the door, and he's sitting like this, right on his bike, just waiting for me. Probably to come. I don't know, I'm coming. Take me. I don't know what he was doing. It was creeping me the frick out. I didn't like it. It was freaking me the frick out. Like, why, man? Why you gotta do that to me? Don't do it to anyone. Don't do it. That's so stupid. It scared the schnozballs out of me. I didn't like it. And, like, wouldn't that creep you out if you just seen someone who you notice is kind of following you in a suspicious way, and it's like, oh my god. And it's like, then you've seen them waiting for you. And it's like, frick. What if I went out there alone? What have you done to me? Probably wouldn't follow me to my car. Probably wouldn't try to grab me. Probably would have tried something stupid. Thank God I don't know. So, his coworker awesomely walks me to my car. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, still, thank you so much to this day. And the other guy just goes off his merry way after that. Thank God I'll never see him again. Because I told my dad what happened. Because I totally forgot and spaced out to call my dad after that. And I believe my dad actually went to the police after that to kind of, he's really good friends with the police in our area, which is really, really cool, and told him of the incident. So then what happened, the police called this guy, saying, hey, you cannot come back to this establishment again. Oh my God, I'm like, thank you. Thank you so much. I was so happy. I'm like, oh my God. Thank you. It freaked, like, literally, this guy was so freaky. And to proceed with the freakiness of this person, way later on, in the next few years after this, I guess he, I don't know, I guess he was caught doing some very bad things to women. Get my stomach knot, thanks. And that's something I've heard. Supposedly it's true. I'm not going to take it as a fact because I don't know for an absolute fact, but what I have heard from some reliable sources, it is true. And it just was like, oh my God. Like, it's kind of scary to think, like, one of those stories could have been me, and it's scary to think about because it's like, why? What the frick not are you doing in your life? Go get a life. Go do something. Okay? Go do something. And then also a little fun fact about this guy. He started working at a local store in the area, and I talked to him face to face, and I totally forgot about him and forgot what he looked like for a while. And then my mom told me about, that the guy was working there. I'm like, oh my God, I think that was the guy that just waited on me, and it just came flying back to me, and yeah, it was. So it was really freaking freaky. And it was really freaky too because at that moment when I was shopping, and this was before I went home, my mom told me about it, blah blah blah. The guy was watching me. I could tell, because I'm just like, I was walking. Okay, so there was the counter, right? Okay, so say this is the counter, and then these are the aisles, right? I'm pacing kind of behind the aisles, but obviously there's, you can see in between. I'm just kind of walking in between the aisles and walking through them. He was looking at me. He was watching me, and I'm just like, could I just curl up? Can y'all look at me? Thank you. It was creepy as frick. So, yeah. That was great. That was my experience with a little stalker. I know it's not like a major one that some other people have. I totally get it. Seriously, I did not mean it to be. If you think it's more clickbait than anything, it's not. Of course, it is a true story. And it was really, really freaky. And I thought this would be an interesting experience to tell you guys because it's hard to really describe how I actually felt when it was something where how it felt was like you're in a kind of like a horror movie in a way, and it's like there's that creepy person following you, and they're just wanting to know every move you make. Not really. It wasn't that intense, but it was creepy. It was creepy. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. So that is my story of one time that I had a stalker. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, if you want, you can give it a thumbs up. Show it some love. If not, I totally get it. I totally get it. But I thank you guys for taking time out of your day to watch it. And to join the awesome family, click the subscribe button right down there. Right down there. Right down there. Thank you guys. Love you guys. And as always, you're amazing. Olaf, say bye. Say peace out. Bye.